Welcome in on this Tuesday. You're watching First Shift. I'm Kristen Strakalitis. Coming up, why wholesale auction companies are looking to reinvent themselves. But first, your morning headlines. How far would you drive to buy your next used vehicle? One buyer from Steamboat Springs, Colorado, says he traveled over 1,000 miles to a dealership in Lexington, Kentucky to purchase his 2017 Outback. He says the reason was because a car with great mileage for a great price just couldn't be found closer to home. A survey by Quantrell Subaru found the average buyer would be willing to travel close to 500 miles to purchase a used vehicle. A general manager of Quantrell Subaru told Automotive News the inventory shortage is pushing consumers to drive farther distances, especially if they are seeking a specific car they can't find in their local market. Staying on the topic of used vehicles, it looks like wholesale used vehicle prices are easing. Despite price elevations lasting from December 2020 to May 2021, prices fell slightly through the first 4 months of 2022. This is an indication that the wholesale market might be returning to almost normal. Still, wholesale prices are nearly 10% higher now than they were last year. Cox Automotive's chief economist says this is due to pre-pandemic issues in terms of access to inventory. Moving on to product, Volkswagen and Mercedes-Benz are both on board with the EU's internal combustion engine ban. The ban would enforce a 100% reduction in passenger car CO2 emissions by 2035. Also, the regulation will effectively outlaw sales of new cars with internal combustion engines in the bloc after that date. VW called the EU's plan an ambitious but achievable goal and said the industry's shift to electromobility is irreversible. This comes as Mercedes-Benz and VW both plan to go fully electric by 2030. Software company Solera says it wants to be more of a household name in the auto retail technology world. Right now, it specializes in software for fleet management and vehicle repair. However, it added auto retail to its lineup with its purchase last year of dealership technology company DealerSocket. The managing director of vehicle and fleet solutions for Solera says it was really a great acquisition because we felt that the product profiles were extremely complementary. He also says the two sets combine extremely well to provide all of the components that we believe dealers need to run their business effectively, from sales to marketing, fixed ops, and internal operations. For this week's Tech Tuesday reports, wholesale auction companies are looking to reinvent themselves in efforts to keep up with their competition. The goal is for them to try and keep up with the industry's major digital shift, new competitors, defecting dealer customers, shrinking vehicle inventories, and significant strategy moves by leading players. While the evolution to digital was already happening, the start of the coronavirus pandemic more than 2 years ago accelerated the shift to online practices. Production constraints and inventory shortages have further reduced volume and increased prices at auctions. And dealers, stressed by increases in wholesale vehicle prices and higher auction fees, have turned elsewhere when they can, both trying to buy more vehicles directly from consumers and experimenting with new digital sourcing options offered by traditional companies and new rivals. The developments have major players in the remarketing realm looking at how to reinvent their operations for the long term, and some are making big moves in the hopes of cementing their reach in the evolving market. In addition, the pandemic and digital shift, a long streak of elevated wholesale vehicle prices, and low supply define the auction industry at the moment. Still, auction executives say in-person auction lanes will stick around, but with modifications. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at @first_shift. Have a good day, and we'll see you Wednesday morning.